Hello, fellow rosarians. I have another unboxing for you, which I know is very surprising because here we are in the heat of the summer. It's going to be 90 degrees today, but I was on social media and some of my fellow Facebook friends were ordering from this company. And I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to share it with you and make sure that it's somebody we want to consider ordering from in the future. If you've been following my videos, you know that we have been not only doing an unboxing series, but we've also been doing a 3-month check-in on all of our vendors to look at the growth and the quality so that we can make an educated decision who we want to buy from in the fall. We will not be adding this to that rack and stack list because I want to give it ample time to be able to status. So we'll check in on it in 3 months, but we won't be adding it to the overall rack and stack. And in fact, I would like for you to consider subscribing. And if you hit that alert button this week, I'm going to be doing the video to share with you who I highly recommend ordering from in this year. So let's go ahead and get started. So I chose to order from J. Berry, and J. Berry is a wholesaler that also sells to retail, and they're selling 2-gallon pots. I mean, looking at the size of this box, I'm super excited to see how big this rose is going to be. If you look at their website, they also sell, let me get my glasses on real quick. If you look at this website, they are the owners and introducers of several different plants, and one of them that I'm familiar with is black diamond crepe myrtles, and those crepe myrtles have black leaves and then that pop of the bloom, whether it's a bright pink, so it really just the plant itself fades into the landscape really nice. So check that out. The interesting thing was when I ordered this a few days ago, they had roses on their website, and it must have been the end of their stock. If you go to their website now, I didn't see any roses today. They must have finished selling all of their roses for this year, and we'll hope that there will be new introductions in the spring to order from, but we'll keep on checking on that. This grower is located in Grand Saline, Texas, and they are a veteran-owned small business. And you know how I feel about small businesses. I think it's so important to support these small businesses. If you have an opportunity to do the same rose and ordering it from a box store versus a small business, please consider supporting them. Let's see, will you talk to the same person when you call? You guys, I don't know, and I'll tell you why. Because I ordered this and I had no idea they were going to be so quick. As you know, when I'm ordering something, I ping that vendor several different times through several different venues, whether it's, Facebook, social media, email, phone, just to see, am I going to talk to the same person? Are they friendly, receptive to me bugging them, and how quick are they? I didn't even have a chance because the day that I ordered this, I got a notice within, I don't know if it was 1 hour, saying, your order has shipped. Are you kidding me? Same day? I have never seen this in my life. So I have not had a chance to bug them. And when we do the 3-month check-in, hopefully I'll remember to let you know. I am going to ping them several times. Hopefully they're not watching this video because I just want to see, am I going to talk to the same person, and how it goes with that communication. I'm assuming that this is grafted. There is no indication that I could find on their website that it's own root. So with that, knowing that 95% of the growers, 95 or higher of the growers in the United States are producing grafted on Dr. Huey, that's what we're going to guess with this one. And if I hear otherwise, I'll let you know. This is going to be a 2-gallon pot. So what do we look for when our pots arrive? I'm sure that all of my rose geeks are getting to the point where they can recite it with me. So for potted roses, we are going to inspect the canes, make sure that it is the size rose that we want, or we thought we were buying. In this case, it's 2-gallon size, which is going to be comparable to what we experienced when we ordered from Antique Rose Emporium. They sell 2 gallons. All of my other potted roses were either 1 gallon or smaller. Are the canes strong and bright green in color? We want to make sure that they're not dry or soft. And we're going to inspect the potting material and make sure that it's not dry, because we don't want it to get dried out through shipment. We're going to inspect the leaves, make sure that they are healthy, no spots. But y'all, I have learned through this series and talking to these vendors, it is very common to have black spot on a potted rose, because if you picture the humidity level in this box and it's coming through shipping, it increases the chances that you're going to have black spot. And that's why some of our vendors like Heirloom, I think David Austin is going to be considering it, they remove the leaves just to make it so that it comes to you as healthy as possible. So I'm guessing it has leaves, but I won't know for a minute. Are the leaves green and healthy? Are they fleshing out? So let's go ahead and get into it. It is looking very large in here. Oh, and I have some dirt that's coming out. I think the best way to open this is, it says this side up, but I can feel that it wants to come out the bottom. So, oh, look at that. I'm going to be losing some dirt here, I think, but let's go ahead and pull it out through the bottom. And look at this. Wow, I mean, this takes your breath away. This is like going to your local, your garden center and buying a rose there. I mean, it is really substantial. So let's go ahead and take the plastic off. Now the dirt is disturbed. We expect that as it's coming through shipping, so it's loose in here. But let's see. It has lots of buds. It is hot. I can tell because there's a broken new growth here. Okay. So unfortunately, there is a new bud and it was snapped off in the box, but let me get a little bit closer. I do see that we have new growth here. So I've got buds that were really happy probably until shipment. But do you see how you can tell when it gets just hot and tired? But look how pretty, you guys. Isn't that pretty? Let's see, another little bud here. So I'm going to go ahead and soak it really well today and leave it in its pot. When you get roses this late in the season, and I know in a lot of areas across the United States, they're really struggling with heat. It's above 100 degrees. I've heard some people 110 and up. It is very dry. My recommendation, even for me in 7B, having 80 to 90 degree days, this is not going in the ground right now. I have a little nursery that I'm keeping, and I have about 5 roses waiting right now. I water them every day, just a little drink to keep the soil moist, and it's going to stay in that shady area with just dappled sun until probably late September. I want those temperatures to come down and have a more stable environment so that this rose isn't too stressed. So that's my recommendation. If you're ordering right now, don't pause your ordering. If there's something that you want, go ahead and get it. Just make sure that you keep in mind that it's going to take a little bit of nurturing between now and when it's ready to go in the ground. Unless, of course, your environment is, I would say, upper 70s and not too dry. Go ahead and put it in. Otherwise, if you're like everybody else right now, hold off. Just nurse it for a couple of months. So I'm looking at the leaves right now, and the leaves are really nice green. There is no black spot. So they did not defoliate it like some of the vendors will, but there's no black spot, and they're nice and clean and shiny. They don't even have on here, a lot of times you'll see that white chemical that they spray on it. There is no white chemical here. I'm not seeing any pest. There is fresh growth all over this. It's just a little bit thirsty. I even see a bloom that they left that kind of looks like a hip here on this. So this might produce hips. We'll have to look into that. So otherwise, this rose fits all of the criteria that we're looking for. I definitely got the size that I wanted, 2 gallons. The canes are nice and strong and bright green. The potting material is dry. So we're going to go ahead and get that watered, and it is very healthy. So I'm already very happy, and I will be looking at their website to see what they have in the future. Let's look at the description. And so for this description, because I couldn't pull it from their website, I had to kind of scour around, and I found on Edmunds, they had a fun description. So this is a Jalbert rose, soft whispers of color combined with enticing fragrance. What could be more romantic than Moonlight in Paris? Large blossoms appear in flushes throughout the season and are a delicate blend of light apricot and pink, centered with a golden heart. The rich, glossy green foliage makes a perfect backdrop to the blooms and offers excellent disease resistance. It's certain to be a rose that you'll enjoy on moonlit nights in your garden, even if it's not Paris. I can't wait to find the perfect home for it. This rose is approximately 4 foot by 3 foot, and HelpMeFind.com rates it excellent. So let's look at the rack and stack real quick. So to do that, first we're going to look at the pricing. So for this 2 gallon, it was $35. There was no coupon that I could find, but on the email that they sent me with my confirmation of shipment, it said that if I will send them a review, I'm not sure if they want me to send them a picture of the rose as it arrives or a review. I'll have to look at that. They're going to send me an additional discount for my next purchase. So shipping was free. The shipping carrier was FedEx, and as I said, this delivery was lightning quick. I placed the order, and within 1 to 2 hours, it had already shipped. It took 3 days through FedEx to get here with all of our vendors to be able to compare and contrast. Some of them offer discounts, or if you are above a certain threshold for price, they give you free shipping. So to do that, we're saying if I buy 10 roses from this vendor, how much would it cost? So with free shipping, $35 a rose, it's $350. The warranty is 30 days. Some of our vendors have a much longer warranty. Some are lifetime warranties. I've seen we've got 5 years through David Austin. So 30 days is kind of a short period, but just keep that in mind. Make sure you check in on it. Let's see. So let's look at the rack and stack now. So if we look at that $350 price point for 10 roses, although if you only get one rose, you can change the rack and stack accordingly. But 10 roses, $350 puts it right around the same price range as what we paid for Burlington rose, and it's a little less expensive than heirloom roses. So there you go. That's your rack and stack, and I hope that you're excited to see that we have even another vendor to consider ordering from. We'll check in on it in 3 months and make sure that it's doing okay. Concerning unboxings, I still have 2 more vendors that I'm waiting to ship. One of them is Angel Gardens, and that's an organic gardener, so I'm really excited to get her roses. And then the other one is Freedom, and Freedom should be coming in October. So we'll be doing unboxings into October, and we'll queue those up for discussion maybe in the spring. We'll check in on all of the roses that we got after this main set. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.